Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. This stream is because what I have found is that a lot of people on the internet have difficulty differentiating the differences between facts and opinions. So I was hoping that we could take a look at some examples through the lens of video gaming. So join me, won't you? As we go through some of the deepest, darkest opinions that I could find on Twitter. And we'll say whether they are facts or opinions. Let's take a look. From PG's Player Mars. Now, ignore the spoiler in the bottom. Kingdom Hearts is booty. Is this fact or an opinion? If you guessed fact, you're correct. It's fact. The games have never been good. You were just a kid. Thanks, Mars, for writing in. Now that was a pretty easy one. So let's try something else. Michael, Tuneful Rover. This is our friend Tinker. Indie developers should not make multiplayer-only games. They're way too risky, and even the good ones die early. Is this a fact, or is it an opinion? If you said it's a fact, you're right. It's a fact. You're probably not gonna have the same success Rocket League did, and you're making a game that will die within a couple months. Don't do that. Just make a single-player game. Have some multiplayer tacked on. Then maybe you can have a game that will last longer than a couple months. What about Fall Guys? Fall Guys will be dead by the end of the year. Super Mario Odyssey is the worst 3D Mario game. A Hat in Time is better than Odyssey. Now, is this a fact or an opinion? If you said this is a fact, you're wrong. This is an opinion, and it's very incorrect. Mario Odyssey is a treasure and an experience that everybody should enjoy. It's not even close to worse than Hat in Time, by the way. There's no way. That's ridiculous. Who are you talking to? That's insane. You are literally insane. You're crazy. I don't even know where you would come to that conclusion. Hat in Time is good, but come on. Odyssey? Jesus Christ. Bioshock 2, Metal Gear 2, and Dark Souls 2 are all underrated, possibly the best in the series, and people just hate sequels when they're not identical. This is a hard one. This is very hard. This is tough. Fellas, it's an opinion. It's not fact. Now, here's why. Bioshock 2, yes, underrated. Amazing game. Metal Gear Solid 2. Incredible game. Fantastic. Very good game. Dark Souls 2. Dog shit. Bad. Very, very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Not the best in the series, and it's not underrated. It's not good. It's not good. It's overrated by contrarians. It's overrated by contrarians on the internet. It's not true. And so that makes this an opinion. It's an opinion, not fact. Bioshock 2 was dog shit? No. Nope. That's an opinion. It's a fact that Bioshock 2 was the best in the series in terms of gameplay. Luke says, ranked modes take the fun out of 90% of games, but it's the only way to ensure longevity. Once stuff becomes a competition, it stops being something that I can just have fun with usually, even if I suck ass at the game. See, that's a tough one, right? What do you think? This could go many different ways. Fellas. It's a fact. It's really the only way to make sure your game survives. If you don't have a ranked mode, it's hard for people to stay invested. But the problem is, as soon as you have ranked, stuff gets kind of sweaty. It sucks. Even if you were super having fun and very casual before, as soon as you introduce the ranked element, it gets a little bit worse. I don't know if you guys played TFT or you remember the early days of TFT, but it was fun. People were experimenting. People were trying new things, trying wild and crazy comps. What's TFT now? Annoying. If Fall Guys has a ranked mode, best believe it will be populated with the most toxic, terrible people on the planet. Nintendo's need to innovate for each game of a franchise has killed Star Fox, Paper Mario, Pikmin, and F-Zero, games who are otherwise fine with very little of the core game changing. Is this fact or an opinion? Fellas, I have good news. It's a fact! Nintendo has killed off their franchises for years. There's no reason for them to go off in different directions and introduce motion controls into Star Fox and make Go Pikmin or Hey Pikmin or whatever the hell that game was, or Sticker Star, or do anything of it, any of these games. They could have just made them normal. But no, they try to go off on a limb and do something crazy and then decide that the game is dead. It's a fact. Somebody pointed out, though, in an early stream where we were talking about this, they don't seem to do that for Kirby or Yoshi games. I don't know why that is. Perhaps they are for babies, and they know the babies will buy them anyway. Shadow of the Colossus is jank, boring, and borderline unplayable. I would like you to sit with the thought that this may or may not be a fact. Do some real soul searching on this one. It's a hard one. I have some news. It's a really shitty opinion. The game is a masterpiece, especially for its time. And if you don't appreciate it, you're probably stupid. I don't know the controls. Have you ever held a controller, you child? Come on. It's a very good game. You're just being contrarian. It's an amazing game. I did not play the remake, but I want to sometime soon. And now that I'm Content Man, I might. This is from our good friend 4C Joe, who's in the chat right now, with an incendiary take. Hideo Kojima has not made a good video game since Metal Gear Solid 3, which came out in the year 2004. Before many of you were alive, especially you YouTube viewers. Now, Hideo Kojima has put out many games, usually with a lot of developer support. Sony has been all over them. Fellas, is this a fact, or is it an opinion? Keep in mind, he's made many games in the meantime, including Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Death Stranding. Now, this was a difficult one. I don't fault you if you got this one wrong. But guys, it's a fact. Hideo Kojima is a hack, and he hasn't made a good game since Metal Gear Solid 3. However, it's half fact and half opinion, because the first half of Metal Gear Solid 5 is amazing. So really, it's both. Let's try another one from our friend Keen Frizzle. No Sonic game is actually fun to play. Opinion. That's already an opinion. I don't need to ask you. We all know that's an opinion. Right? It's an opinion. It's an opinion, and you're stupid for having it. You're either stupid or young. Sonic Mania is a revelation. And I probably would have agreed with this if I didn't play Mania, really enjoy it, and everybody else liked it too. I would have thought it was just me. But Sonic Mania is amazing. If you weren't alive for the Sega Genesis, I can't fault you for that. But I can tell you should listen to your elders, because that's an amazing series. Sonic games are a product of good marketing, character design, and music fitted around absolutely abysmal gameplay. No! Opinion. 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 It's an opinion. It's not true. It's not true. The first few Sonic games did have stop-and-go gameplay, I do give you that, where it's like, you gotta go fast, and then it just like makes you go slow out of nowhere, and it's kind of annoying. But the platforming was always good. It's still fun. I even like the water levels. Generations fans stand up. Nope, Generations was bad. And that's a fact. But not this. This is an opinion. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. What I have on the screen is an opinion. It's from our friend Fasage. The only way for a game's story to be bad is if there are clear contradictions within it. So long as an explanation for whatever events transpire can be found or inferred, it's fine. I'd add a caveat that I differentiate good story from good storytelling, however. So, Fasage here says, as long as the game doesn't contradict itself, it's a good story. Now, I don't know if Fasage is here, but if you are, I would offer you the chance to defend yourself, because the chat is being very rude. I feel bad, he's not here. Fasage, if you watch the VOD, buddy, I'm sorry. But I'm joining in with these people. This is good. You're crazy. What the hell? What are you talking about? That's insane. You're crazy. Why would you... That's... Huh? You can have a bad story that has no holes in it. It could either be a very trite story that's been told a billion times before, or something very obvious. Like, I don't know. There are so many games with... Did Life is Strange have any contradictions? That game was not good. The story was bad. It was badly told the whole way through. There were no stakes. Other than, I guess, the town blowing up, but I didn't care about any of those people. There are boring stories that take too long to get to any sort of action or plot. Actually, here we go. I use this one a lot. You guys remember Outlast 2? How Outlast 2 had answers for absolutely everything throughout the whole game, but you had to find a million notes in the ground and in the dirt to actually understand what happens? Well, that's what happened. It's a pretty cool story, but you have to open a million treasure chests to actually learn it. Bad game. Nintendo makes some of the best games, but they can't run a company well. Xbox 360 controller is the best feeling controller ever made. This is too many. Let's just do the first one. Let's do this one. Nintendo makes some of the best games, but they can't run a company well. Fellas, this highlighted part, is this a fact? Or is it an opinion? Nintendo is the richest company in Japan in 2020. Nintendo has a net worth of 890 billion yen, or approximately 8 billion USD as of this year. This is the worst opinion of the night. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? They can't run a company well. What? That's all they do is run their company well. I can understand if you don't think that they do the best business practices or you're mad at them because the novel doesn't say the R button. Sunshine's not the same. Why didn't you remake all the textures? Listen, I understand. I don't mean to bully you, but you're absolutely wrong. Blue Cosmonaut, another friend of the stream. Most of the gamers who want video games to be seen as art don't actually care about artistry. They just want games to be expensive and cinematic, like they are in Marvel movies. The Last of Us 2 is just Avengers Endgame, and neither is good. What do you think? Do you think games should be art? Oh, hold on. It started. People are saying opinion now. People are saying fact a lot, but now people are saying opinion. Hold on. Oh, this is a poll. This is a big poll. Hold on. People seem divided. People seem divided. They do. No, wait. That's backwards. It's fact. I forgot to label my sources. Streaming's hard. A lot of the people who say that games are art and, oh my god, this is changing the industry, it's so amazing, they only say this about cinematic games with very little gameplay or substance. Because a lot of the things that video games do well, or especially well, compared to other media, gets cast aside by people who just want a cinematic game, like what Naughty Dog makes. However, a lot of the people who desperately cling to this idea that video games have to be art, that they have to be something more than what they are usually pretty pretentious, and they just want to be taken seriously by film-like lovers. This is from longtime sub Slurpwis. Undertale isn't that great. Simple. Pretty simple on this one. And this might incite some riots in the chat. Oh my, look at the chat fly. Goodness gracious. Wait a second. Vince just showed me I can show a poll on stream. Here it is. Undertale isn't that great. Is it fact or opinion? Most people are saying opinion. Fellas. Undertale isn't that great. It's an opinion. It's a great game. It's a good game. It's a very good game. Bad fan base does not equal bad game. And if your whole argument is that, well, it's not as good as people say, maybe not. I mean, people wrapping their whole lives around the game is probably a little much, right? But people are gonna be that obsessive about a lot of different things, especially when a game has a plot like Undertale, which is all about animation of friendship and love and caring and blah blah blah, all that stuff that people love, and they love to act like characters are real and make fan art and blah blah blah, right? It's fine. I will say that having the game spoiled for you is a huge detriment. It's a game that really suffers if people are pause champing whenever you go near someone. Oh, the floor is changing. It's a puzzle. But if you play it totally blind, very fun, very memorable. This one is from our very good friend, Eric Yaki, who says, every game Valve has released is better than Half-Life 1 and 2. Now that's incendiary. Whoo! That's scalding hot! Perhaps one of the hottest ones we've had tonight. Oh my goodness! What a white hot take! I'm gripping the edge of my seat. I think this calls for a poll. Fellas, is this sentence a fact or is it an opinion. Well, it seems as though most people would say this is an opinion. Let's take a look, shall we? This is a fact. Except for Artifact, which I will give it to you. That is an opinion. But if without Artifact, it's a fact. The Portal series is better than Half-Life and more influential overall. Left 4 Dead is a much better game. Every game Valve has released is better than Half-Life 1 and 2, except Alien Swarm and Artifact. Fact. Fact. Except those two. The point is Half-Life sucks, okay? It's a bad series. It's just tech demos. The whole gimmick was that you're locked into the game and there are no cutscenes or anything, and then the game plays itself and then you go through. But the shooting isn't good. The characters don't do anything. There's no reason to like anybody. G-Man is never even explained, and that's why people like him, but there's nothing really to hold on to. The only thing is your brain, which is just filling in holes and making him cooler than he actually is. It's a bad series. Half-Life is cringe. Only good games can create long-standing trends that hurt gaming as a whole. Ocarina of Time's story-first style of design was the largest influence on the cinematic game trend of the 2010s. Dark Souls, Undertale, and PUBG/Team Fortress are all negatively shaping games today. Ooh! Oh! It's fact. Don't weird chant me. Do not weird chant me. Don't weird chant me. Don't weird chant me. Stuff happens in games a long time ago, and these games execute it and do it very well. And then other games either pick it up and try to do it later. They try to ape the style, or they take elements that they don't fully understand and they just try to reshape it. It really is just an example of trends. You're right. It's just trends. But it's sort of wild how a game that came out 15 years ago can ripple into the future and create a trend that we still suffer from today. Grief says, Bioshock Infinite is a good game, but is eye-rollingly contrived and full of itself. It is laughably inferior to Bioshock 1 in every way. I don't even have to tell you. You know it's a fact. 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 I was trying to come up with a meme answer. Like, well, the puzzles in Infinite were better. Opinion. Because remember the bell puzzle? But no, there's no jokes. It's fact. It's fact. Objectively, it's a good game. It has pretty music. It has pretty graphics. You can shoot stuff. There's voice acting. Thank you, Eufra. It is objectively a video game. No, there's a difference between a good game and a good game. You feel me? Bioshock 1 is better than Bioshock Infinite, period. But Bioshock Infinite has a lot of things for people. If you don't want to think too hard, right? If you want to go into your game and, wow, so deep. I think a lot of people would like that. And they clearly did, because it got very well reviewed. It's a good game to those people. In the same way that Ant-Man is a good movie. Fellas, thank you for tuning into the first episode of CONEY's Facts and Opinions. This will be on YouTube, and if you'd like to see the highlights, please sub to the YouTube at youtube.com/CONEYZZ. If you guys enjoyed it, we might do more of this. I like doing this. This was fun. It was a good time. And if you see it on YouTube, you can come to the stream when I do it. On some Wednesdays. I don't know when. We'll figure it out.